Hi, guys. This is Dr. G.L. Johnson here, your licensed nutritional doctor. And today I want to yell at you out there. You know, millions of people suffer with sinus problems, sniffling, sneezing, runny nose, all the time. And many people suffer most of their lives with this problem of sinus, or they may give it a name like rhinitis or sinusitis or uh, uh, clogged up nasal passages or all those names that come with it. If you're one of those people out there, or you have family members that suffer with sinus problem or sinus infection, then I want to talk to you today. I want you to grab your pencil and your paper out, and we're going to talk about that today to get you straightened out so that you never have to suffer with this ever again. Yes, you heard me right. You don't have to suffer with this at all. But there's a few things that you've got to learn if you're one of those people. If you got children that's always sniffling and sneezing and snorting and trying to clear their throat, this kind of thing, they live in misery, or they look like they're in misery most of the time. So what is sinus? But before we get to that, for those of you out there who don't know me, I'm Dr. G.L. Johnson. I'm a licensed nutritional herbal doctor, licensed by the Board of Medicine. Also, I'm a master herbalist, trained in most of the herbologies in Chinese, Japanese, American, and also, my friend, with a PhD in nutrition and with over 40 years experience. That's 4 decades. You hear what I'm saying? That we've been helping people all over the world. So we want to help you also. That's our main thrust. I want to be your nutritional doctor. I want to give you the information. And also, we're your information station. So any kind of information that you need on natural health, or if you're looking to switch to natural health or to use God's herbs in order to help your body to heal itself, then you want to contact me. Go to my website at alloman.com, right on the screen there, or call me at 305 778-0970. Also, right on the screen, that's my private cell number. You can talk to me. Yes, I said it's my private cell number. If I can't talk to you right then, I promise you I'll call you back and give you the information that you need in order to help yourself or your family. And remember, we do everything. We don't treat disease, but we develop health programs for those people that have those diseases. So it doesn't matter what it's called. Whether they call it AIDS or cancer, MS, epilepsy, leukemia, Parkinson's disease, or lupus, or sarcoidosis, or whether or not they call it high blood, high sugar, high cholesterol, poor circulation, or even if your feet hurt, literally, you can call me right now. From A to Z, from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, we have developed herbal formulas. We have over 1,000 herbal formulas available to help you, to help your body to heal itself. So I want you to give us a call when you have a problem, or if you just want information, call and we'll give you that information. Also, remember to like me on my Facebook page. You can go there too, or you can send me an email at drjljohnson@aol.com. We'll be more than glad to give you more information. Now, let's talk about this thing called sinus. What is it? Well, basically, it is no more than mucus and inflammation that's clogging up the sinus cavities. That's all it is. So, they make it try to sound very difficult and sound mysterious, but that's all it is. It's mucus that in many cases has turned to pus that has created an infection in the sinus cavity. And it's too much mucus that's clogged up the sinus cavity. And that would normally be around the face here, around here, and also the nasal cavities. And also it can affect the ears also, as all that mucus in there. And it can affect your equilibrium also, because remember, when that mucus drains down, it can affect the fluid in the back of the ears, and therefore cause you to be off balance, or what they call vertigo. So it's very serious about having this. So where does it come from? Most people have it, but don't know why they have it. Well, it comes from what you eat and what you drink on a daily basis. That's where it comes from. Now write this down. There are 4 or 5 major foods that create mucus, but you can create mucus in many different ways. We're going to talk about some of those, but here's the thing. The major ones are at the top of the list: dairy products. I'm talking about any kind of dairy products: cheese, macaroni and cheese, yogurt, ice cream, any derivative of dairy like whey or those kinds of things. That's one of the most mucus forming foods on this earth. And when you put it in the body, it creates mucus. And as a result, this mucus will end up in places or what we call hot spots in the body. So you can have mucus anywhere. You can have mucus in the head, you can have it in the chest, you can have it in the bowels, the colon, anywhere. They just give it different names of the disease wherever the mucus is. That's all it is. So again, dairy is at the top of the list. White flour comes next. Processed white flour, or what you might call wheat flour. And it doesn't matter whether the wheat flour is brown or not, or sometimes they even try to disguise it by putting in a few other grains, and they may call it whole grain. But if it's soft and sitting on the shelf, then most likely it has more white flour in it than anything else, and that can still create mucus. So when you got breads, biscuits, donuts, bagels, any of those crackers, any of those things, if it's made from white flour, then believe me, you can create mucus, and you will create mucus if you eat it on a regular basis. So what do you eat? Well, you eat whole grain. That's right, you got to get whole grain. Now, when it comes to dairy, you have to eliminate dairy from the diet. There's no substitute. Well, you could use soy milk or soy cheese or those kind of things, which I do. I use those too. Look for the organic ones whenever you can get it. Now also, so we talked about dairy, flour. Then, of course, there is sugar, yeah, white sugar especially. But sugar can also create mucus. Sugar is an acid. When there's too much acid, the body will produce mucus. Why did God give us mucus in the first place? Well, he gave us mucus in order to protect the organs of the body, so that they don't burn when you put in too much acid forming foods. So when you put in, the more acid you put in, the more mucus the body will produce. So you got to realize that. So acid foods, sodas, coffee, tea, orange juice, punch juices, alcohol, those things can cause you to produce mucus. There's no question about it. So you need to know about it. Next thing is too much chicken. Yeah, you heard me right. Too much chicken. You want to look for the free-range chicken if you can find it. That's what you want to really look for. That's what I look for most of the time if you can find it. Chicken that still roam on the range and still eat grass and worms and those kind of things. But not most of the chickens that are farm raised or those things, you have to be very careful. Most of them have a lot of antibiotics in them and a lot of other chemical drugs, and they can produce mucus. See, chicken can produce undigested proteins, which can create mucus. So if you're eating a lot of the chicken, then you can have mucus, no question, from it. So you want to eat only the breast, and you want to eat it only maybe once or twice a week. Now, so those are the 4 major kinds of food. But one other one I want you to know about, and that is mixing fruits and vegetables together. You don't do that. You cannot mix fruits and vegetables. You're going to create mucus. So, and also you got to watch out of how you mix certain fruits together. People think that they could just eat any kind of fruit together, but no, there's some rules that you must adhere to. You have to adhere to these rules. And I mean, we have rules everywhere, rules in the universe. God himself put laws in this universe that we have to live by and know about. Otherwise, you run smack dab into those laws, and it can cause you all kinds of problems. So there are laws. You don't mix certain kinds of fruits together. Like, let me give you an example. You never mix an orange and a banana together. That's wrong. You're going to create mucus. You're going to create digestive problems. Just give me a little example of there. So when you create all of this mucus, then it accumulates in the head, because if there may be a hot spot there. Now, when that mucus accumulates in the head, then the bacteria in the head grows in that mucus, and that creates inflammation. And an inflammation now can create infection. And now you have what they call a sinus infection. And some people have this all the time. All the time, they have this sinus infection going on all the time. So how do you get rid of it? Well, you've got to get yourself on a detox program to begin to clean this mucus out of the body. That's what you got to do. So you want to do that. Now, the best product that I've ever found is our product that is called the Body Healer. That's right, the Body Healer. I developed that product over 40 years ago, and that product works extremely well. And everybody should have that product in their home, I believe. So I want you to you get that product. That's important. You must have a good vitamin C to help with the infection, that you might help your immune system stay strong. And then I want you to know about a product that is called Nasal Cleanser. Yes, Nasal Cleanser. Also one of the best products ever developed on the market that in my opinion, that can help you to help your body to eliminate this waste from your body and to support a well-working sinuses and support you in detoxing the sinus cavities. So those products are available on our website. I want you to go to our website at alloman.com, and you can help. You don't have to live with sniffling and sneezing, runny nose all the time. You can get rid of it naturally without drugs, and you can do it. Now that you know what I'm talking about, you can stop putting in all this mucus and creating the sinus in the first place. That's the way it works. So guys, well, that sinus, we want to talk about that today. So I want you to get your life together and stop sniffling and sneezing and having a runny nose all the time. And if you are one of those people with vertigo, check out on my website. Just go to health concerns, and you can look there too for if you're one of those people suffering with vertigo, or if you're dizzy getting up, standing up whenever you stand or sitting, or when you walk, those kinds of things. So just some friendly information that we want to give you here. And again, I'm Dr. G.L. Johnson. We're going to end this particular one right now. And as always, we give praise to Almighty God. We hope that you praise him, and we say, God bless you all.